there was some controversy over the first video you released, and I'm only bringing this up because there's fans bringing it up, and you explained how you didn't regret that to me in the end, and you ended up removing it and putting out the new pictures of him drinking beer with the haircut. But do you want to just address that for the fans that are talking about it?
Absolutely. And so let me start by saying that was not something that I ever wanted to do, ever planned on doing. Over the past few years, he's been verbally, emotionally, and physically abused in his own household. I had filed multiple adult protection service orders and could not get any traction. When he was put in the hospital, nobody knew, and all the and the hospitals were told there were no immediate family members available. When I went to the hospital after I got vaccinated, could finally see him. That was the state he was in, and that had, if you look at it, there's no way that happened overnight. That happened over a year's time. So I had filed abuse orders the year before, as had other people that were trying to help me. And at that point, after I saw that and they told me they couldn't do anything for me, I said, if you don't do something, I'm going to post it socially. I'm going to post it publicly so I can get people involved, because I don't know who you want me to contact to tell you that he's abandoned. But I've got video proof of what's going on. And it turns out there were multiple attempts to contact a family member. They had to call the police to go out there to get her to respond. And so I was desperate. And I'll tell you, brother, there's nothing on this earth I wouldn't have done at that point to get him home in my custody. Nothing. I do not care. But they told me the state of his condition. They told me what was going on and how much time he had. And as far as I'm concerned, there's no way on God's green earth I was going to let my father die in the system, much less a hospital none of us could get access to unless it's one person for 30 minutes a day. He was abandoned. I felt desperate. And when you're trying to get people to go out and see him, you're relying on them going out. But at that point, I had video proof to go, hey, this is what's going on. This is what is the reality of the situation. And luckily people got involved and were irate. And did I take some heat for it? I think I was not prepared for that, because my intent was never, I guess, what maybe people, I was trying to embarrass him. That was the last of it. I was trying to get him home. I was trying to get him safe with his family, where the rest of us got to spend 3 weeks apiece with him in his final days, instead of dying on tubes in a hospital with no one around. So I will never regret doing it. I'm sorry if it upset people. If it upset you, how do you think it made me feel to see that? But there was no option. As far as I was concerned, I was going to do whatever I had to do, whatever. And that video pissed a few people off. And, most of them, at least that I know of, have come back to me and said, now that I see the journey and I see the end result, what you were trying to accomplish, now I get it. But, the conversation was, you're going to ruin his legacy. And I'm like, I'm not ruining my dad's legacy by getting him home with family. No matter what you think. If my dad had a conversation, I assure you that he would have wanted to come home and be with me in his final days, not up in some hospital tied up to tubes that nobody could go see him. No, like, it was one person a day for 30 minutes. That's it. And I wasn't going to stop it. Once I saw that, I had my wedding, and then I was on the phone before that. When I got back, we put the ball in motion and we got him home. And so no, I don't regret it for a second. I know what my intent was. And I think the people that know me, specifically every one of our family members, like from across the country, none of them could even get in touch. Like, nobody knew what was going on. So that video allowed them to find out what's going on so they could come visit. So I'm not pleased that I had to do it. And once I got him home, I took it down because it had served its purpose.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.